While reading history books, articles, or newspapers, you must have read AD, BC, BCE, or EC written with an year or year numbers. Why these observations are used to indicate the year of any event, and what do they mean? Have you ever thought that what is the difference between CE, AD, BC and BCE? And since when these observations are used to refer to a years or year, how did they start? This is all we will find out in this video. First of all, let's find out what is AD. AD, for which in the years of our Lord is used in English, and it means the years of the birth of Jesus, or to put it simply, Christian's year. It is an observation of the Latin words anno. Let's discuss when the use of AD started. It was during the early Middle Ages when the biggest problems for Europe was how to determine the date of Easter. So, to solve this problem, an Italian monk made a table by declaring the years of the birth of Jesus as the first year. According to the tables, the year of the birth of Jesus was the first year of AD years, because the most important event of Christians was the birth of Jesus. So the monk prepared these tables by taking this as the reference point. He never said how he counted the year, but according to historians, he determined Jesus' birth year by using some rare documents from ancient time. It should be noted that some people confused AD with after death Jesus being raised to the heaven, but it is totally wrong. AD 1 would means the first year of Jesus' birth. Now let's find out what BC means. BC, observations of before Christ. Well, in Urdu, the word of BC is used to indicate years before the birth of Jesus. For example, the famous Greek philosopher Plato was born in 428 BC. So this word means that Plato was born 428 years before the birth of Jesus. The use of the term BC began in the 8th century AD, and it was being used with AD. You must have read some books in which neither AD is being used to tell the events after the birth of Jesus, nor BC is being used to tell the events before the birth of Jesus, but CE and BCE is being used in these books. Now let's find out what CE and BCE means. CE stands for Common Era or Current Era, which we can also call the Present Era, while BCE is the observations of before Common Era or before Current Era, that is the era before the Current Era. Why was there a need for these new terms when there were AD and BC terms? Or is this system different from the one we told you earlier? The history of this system is not as old as AD and BC system. It started in the 18th century AD. CE and BCE were first used in Jewish literature, and in the late 20th century this system became more common. But it means the same if we look beyond its literal meaning. For example, I say that Quaid-e-Azam was born in 1876 CE, or if I say that Quaid-e-Azam was born in AD 1876, it means exactly the same thing. But the question arises why it is written like this. Why it was necessary that a new system similar to the existence one was introduced. What is the objection of AD and BC? Our current calendar, called the Gregorian calendar, is the most widely used in the world, and it was also founded under AD-BC system. Since AD means in the year of our Lord, and here Lord means Jesus, is those who were non-Christians, followers of another religion, or those who were completely natural regarding religion, objected that this system is connected with Christianity. Therefore, to avoid the special religious nature of this system, a new system was introduced which is not based on any religion. This is why CE and BC were used in Jewish academics and continue to be used today. This religious neutrality is the justifications given for this new system. Second justifications given by the supporters of the BCE system is that there is a fundamental flaw in the system. Flaw is that now that it has been proven that the exact year of the birth of Jesus is not the one on the basis of which the AD-BC system is built. Rather, the birth of Jesus is at least 2 years before the first year of AD. Christians believe that it is misleading to associate the AD year with the incorrect birth year of Jesus. These supporters of CE and BCE system say that the new system does not link the years directly and clearly with the event of the birth of Jesus. Therefore, it is logically more correct system and should be implemented. Now let's discuss some arguments of the supporters of AD-BC system. What do they say? Supporters of these systems argue that the Gregorian calendar is essentially Christians oriented, and this is an unrespected fact. So why should we abolish a well-established system that has been practiced for more than 1,000 years? They also says that the introductions of others new system will also create confusion. Now let's conclude and find out which system is correct. And what is the correct way of reading. Both systems means more or less the same thing. Both are valid and both systems are in use. But what should be kept in mind while written them? We tell you a little about it. If you written a book, articles or anything else, it is your choice what system you should use. But one thing must be taken care of. That is if you used AD while telling an event after the birth of Jesus, then BC will be used in this entry book to tell the event before the birth of Jesus. In the same way, if you use C while describing an event after the birth of Jesus, then in this entry book only BCE will be used to describe the event before the birth of Jesus. Now to rewrite them, some things should be taken care of. If you are written articles under the AD-BC system, the AD will be written before the years of any event. For example, Allama Iqbal was born in AD 1877, while BC will be written after the year indicated by any event. For example, the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle was born in 384 BC. Similarly, CE and BCE system, both CE and BCE will be written after the specified year of any event. If we look at the previous example, Allama Iqbal was born in 1877 CE and Aristotle was born in 384 BCE. How did you like this light informative video of ours? Be sure to write in comments. Let us know what topic we bring you next video. Thank you.